I got to tell you, it doesn't feel like this great moment of fatherhood when you take your son to his first Heat game ever and they give up 100 points in 3 quarters and lose by a cool 136 to 100. Holy shit, dude. Wow. That was... I got to imagine Jimmy Butler. I don't even know if if I really believe what I think Jimmy Butler's doing, he's probably in the toes in the sand somewhere, probably enjoying his life right now. But if I was, once I got word that the Miami Heat lost by 36 points to a 7-win trying to tank Jazz team, just absolutely KO'd, faceplant, put on the canvas, he must have been howling with laughter today at that news. Had to have been. There's no way. How could you, if you were Jimmy Butler in this situation, how are you not just cackling at the idea of the Miami Heat just getting absolutely drop kicked by the Utah Jazz, who are actively out here trying to lose? He has to be laughing his ass off. Mrs. Tobin is laughing her ass off. By the way, we're not gonna put any jinx on Mrs. Tobin tonight because it was Tommy Tobin's first game. But I will say, I believe her just to tell you how little she goes to sporting events, the last time I brought her to a Heat game was Heat Jazz, and true Heat fans will remember this because it'll send a shiver down your spine, the name Paul Millsap and that comeback that he led against the Miami Heat where they blew an incredible lead. Didn't even have that today. And in fact, Eric Spoelstra, I was not boots on the ground as a reporter today, but I saw the tweets from Ira and Anthony about his statement. I'm not a clickbait coach. I'm not here to clickbait. I'm not going to talk. Dude, I got to tell you, I'm really annoyed with the idea that this guy is not acknowledging what the hell is going on. And then he likes to give you like this week, I got a surprise for you in the starting lineup. And like a fool, I was like, Khalil, we're in the starting lineup? Because I was thinking to myself, oh, Jazz are kind of a big team. And like a fool, I thought, Khalil, Bam, Nico, let's get weird. No, what did he surprise me with? Scary Terry and Nikola Jovic. I'm like, all right, you give me one piece of what I wanted, but he put Scary Terry and takes Duncan Robinson out of the starting lineup for God knows what reason. Like half the time Bam, when he's even looking to score, half the time he's just there trying to screen Duncan Robinson open, and the only person who will pass that will pass Bam Adebayo the basketball is Duncan Robinson. Not that it would have mattered today, because what a disgraceful performance by Adebayo. Bam, I don't know what to say, dude. Like that was what I mean. You ever try and explain sports to 9-year-olds? Because that's what I had to do today. Like I have my son. It was so bad. You embarrassed me in front of my family. That's what you did today. You embarrassed me in front of my family. Do you realize that? Everybody realized that. But the thing is, like, I have 2 9-year-olds there who are excited to see Jimmy Butler. And they're trying to figure out, where's Jimmy Butler? And I have to explain to them, as a grown-up, I have to explain to them that an 80-year-old man and a man making $50 million don't want to get along anymore because he's not getting $60 million. And Pat they're all like, what? I'm like, they just don't like, they're just not cool. And I'm like, they're not cool anymore. Like, they were cool, and then Jimmy thinks he's underappreciated, which I can understand. And Pat Riley thinks, I'm not going to pay you. And they're just like, what? Huh? And so like that, and then because it's a natural question for everybody to ask, because they know Jimmy Butler is the best player on the Heat. And they come to me with the very, very simple question of, well, who's the best player now? And I'm like, I guess it's Tyler and Bam. I said it's Bam and Tyler. And they're like, oh, okay. And they're ready to go. And boy, did Bam Adebayo disappoint 2 9-year-olds today. Jeez. Whew. I think I saw Anthony tweet out the first time he's put up a donut and field goal makes in playing 25 minutes. What an underwhelming season from him. It really has been. He really, and I guess Ron Rothstein, I didn't see it, but I saw Heat versus Haters today said Ron Rothstein called out Bam saying he's our all-star and he isn't playing like one. And let me tell you something, knowing Ron off the air, I'm sure what he's saying probably to himself is probably that. I'm sure he's putting it kind. But dude, like Bam, man, I heard his comments today and is like, I know he doesn't want to stir the pot. He just wants to chill. He doesn't want to be in this. But, man, you got to take this. If you're the captain of this team, I know you're not Udonis Haslem. I know vocalization is not necessarily your thing, though weirdly everybody said in Team USA it was. You got to grab this thing by the balls, and you got to take it head on. And today it was woeful. And strangely, he came out of the gate and he had like 6 rebounds and a block in like his first 6 minutes, before all hell broke loose because, the Heat got out to a really big lead. And then the Jazz were like, no, we're going to just go and score all these points. And so they just come right back and the Heat get out to an 11-3 lead. They're up 9-1, 11-3. Jazz call timeout. Marshall right back, tie it 15 apiece. Nobody on the Heat can buy a bucket. The only person who was scoring, it was Nico. Nico is the only one who showed. 2 people like I was like enjoying watching basketball today. One of them was Nikola Jovic, and the other was Keyshawn Johnson with that chase down block. Everybody else could go straight to basketball hell. And you're putting Terry Rozier back in the starting lineup, Spo. Like that was your chess move. That was your move. I don't know, man. I really don't know. But then after that stint, like Bam, did he finish with 7 rebounds today? Because I swear to God, I looked up. He started with 6 in like 6 minutes, and I was like, did his ass finish with 1 more rebound today? That's what he finished with. So not only are you not, what did he finish with today? 8 rebounds. What did he have in the first quarter? 6 rebounds. 2 rebounds the rest of the way, dude. 2 with the brick house you guys were building. I mean, are you crazy? And then, this is me as just a dummy because I said to my wife, I said, don't worry, baby. I said, I know they're down 20, but there's no way that the Miami Heat, they shot 15 of 45. Impossible to do worse. 3 of 22 from 3-point land. I'm like, they got to turn it around. It has to happen. And what do? They come out there and they shoot 6 of 16. They did shoot better from 3 because all of their makes were basically threes. But, dude, they were so piss poor. And they're like, all right, here's our pride, guys. That wasn't the first game of the Jimmy era. It's the Tyler Bam era. The first game of this era. They come out at halftime and they give up a rebound on 2 missed free throws from mother f***ing Walker Kessler. John Collins gets the rebound. They get it side out. Laurie Markkanen 3-ball. I'm like, are you kidding me? Dude, suspend Jimmy Butler. Are you kidding me? Suspend the Miami Heat for conduct detrimental to the fan base, dude. You want to suspend Jimmy? All of you, we need a cleanse. You want to know something, Miami Heat? We all need a cleanse. Okay? You guys don't want to answer questions about it. You guys don't want to be clickbait coaches. You don't want to hit any buckets. You guys want to take the reins of the franchise. And you You lay a turd on the court like that to a 7-win basketball team. Get the doors blown off you the last 2 games. This was supposed to be, and this is why, you can't trust him. And this is why, as Wild Heat Coyote, I'm an idiot. Meet, because I sit here like a fool. And I'm like, what a jackass I am. Even before the Jimmy controversy, I'm thinking to myself, got to be 2 out of 3. Pels, Pacers, Jazz? Come on. 3-0? It should be 3-0, but you got at least 2 out of 3. No. 1-2 homestand after your best win of the season. We're in hell. We are in mediocre hell. It's not even like we're in the hell where it's torturous. It's torturously hot. It's just like uncomfortable. It's like August in Miami. That's basically what every Heat game feels like. Just uncomfortable, humid, but you live here because you want to get to these beautiful months here that we live here. That's what it's like every time you think this era gets a grip on something. Just imagine the laughter that must be coming from from the design district out of Big Face Coffee today. He lost to who? Wow. Pat, man. And this is and honestly, Pat Riley, like this is when you guys tried to play this shell game of everything was fine, everything is fine, everything is good. You guys are the cartoon dog drinking his coffee in the fire. Like, this is exactly what you're left with because you're like, we're just trying to move on. And then they're like, shh, no questions about it. Nobody talk about it. Oh, okay, great. That'll make it go away. like we don't notice. Like, honestly, how do you just not go with Jaime Jaquez in Jimmy's spot and you take Duncan Robinson out? I don't understand this. Like, you found something. Nico Kalel works. Boom. Stick with it. Jaime, put him in the starting lineup. What is this? Why did you think that was going to work? Why? Give us another lesson, though, Spo, on Heat Nation. Give us another lesson on patience, dude. Please. Please. And if I have to hear you after one more game, we have to do tough things. No, you have to do tough things. You have to do tough things. Tough things are answering about tough situations, not ignoring them. Not ignoring them. Not putting it over your eyes and being like, you can't see me. You're not John Cena, Spo. We can see you. Fix it. This is what you guys did. This is what you rolled out there for the fan base to give them any kind of hope that this circus wasn't going to be a disaster. You better go out on the West Coast. You better have a winning damn road trip, which you probably won't. But if you want any sense of respect, you better make something happen on this trip. And you guys haven't been any great shakes on the road, but you better make something happen on this trip because that was embarrassing, dude.